Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Another episode of Banish the Doubt. Tonight, I want to talk about self love. It's going to continue with this theme I started last night about paying attention to yourself always. And along these lines, I also want to incorporate this self love. See, because I believe a lot of the world today doesn't have this. It's buried underneath a bunch of anger, frustration, whatever. Okay. Now, as I'm saying that, I'm catching myself. See, because I'm teaching myself as I'm teaching here. That's not the reality that I espouse. Okay. When I say the world is full of that, what I'm doing unconsciously, drawing that to me. My world is not part of that. My world is not any of that. So I want to kind of explain this little, maybe a confusing statement just there in a second, okay? But this is what we want to start to embody. So we want to declare, I am loved, I am abundant, I am successful. These are not affirmations. These are recognitions of who we are, we are at our core, source energy, God, who we are at our base. Okay, like I explained last night, who we are when we first emanated into this world. We are perfect in the eyes of Source, God, whatever you want to call it, universe. Okay, that has never changed since the time we emanated here. That is true right now as I'm talking to you. Okay, what you see or perceive as flaws in yourself are merely the shadows cast by your limited perception of the self for you to see. That was right from Neville Goddard. I'll say it again. What you see or perceive, this is the key word, perceive, as flaws, okay, in yourself are nothing more or merely or nothing more than shadows cast by your limited perception, again, perception of self for you to see. So, in other words, as you focus on this is what you're going to see. Just going back to what I said, the world, as far as angry and frustrated and whatever, that may be that's not the reality I am practicing to see. Okay. I'm going to get to that in a second. You are not your body. You're not your body. You're not your thoughts. And you're not your past experiences. You may have seen in previous videos. And if you are new to this video or new to my channel and you're liking what you're hearing so far, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you can go back and look at my other videos. I want to talk about one right now about this here, past experiences. You'll see in one of my previous videos, I talked about I gave the image of a boat driving or a boat moving upstream or up the river, if you will, and you standing at the back of it, and you're looking down at the wake. Okay, the wake is our past experiences or our past thoughts. Okay, the perceptions that we have. Your reality, my reality, our circumstances are nothing more than shadows cast, okay, of past thoughts of ourselves, past perceptions, past experiences coming true or mirroring themselves to us. So, as I'm talking about this self love, what I'm talking about is turning inward. The path to our happiness is nothing external to us or anything outside of us. It is a journey inward. Okay, so anytime we're focusing on or something we want to see in the future, we go inward. We believe in it, we feel it, we adopt the feeling inside, and then it manifests outside. Okay, so our circumstances, our reality is nothing more than the shadows being cast in the people who we associate with, the the environment that we're in. So I'll give you one example. So let's say I'm here in the New York area. Okay. The Empire State Building, the Twin Towers, the um, one, whatever it's called, I forget today, where the Twin Towers were. None of that ever was there first. It can never be. It was always in the mind or the perception of the developer. Your your life is the blueprint, is like the blueprint for them, for those buildings. Nothing in this world, the chair that I'm sitting on, the shirt that I'm wearing, the gel or whatever this stuff's called in my hair, none of that, the table where this computer sits on, none of this was ever here, just happened. It was in somebody's perception first, okay? But society says you have to pay attention to your body. You have to pay attention to your thoughts and your past experiences. They are the reason why things are the way they are. But we're not. On a spiritual level, we are not. We are perfect and whole. So we continue on. You are the awareness behind these past thoughts, experiences, the body and the thoughts, okay? You and I, we are pure consciousness, observing this, observing our thoughts, observing or thinking about our past experiences, observing, right? We look in the mirror, observe, we look at ourselves, we observe our body. We only observe and experience this. We are not that. We are the pure consciousness observing it. So another example would be, I am so angry. Well, no, we want to change the thinking behind that. We are not angry. We are observing. We are the consciousness observing the angry feelings. We want to watch them, feel them go. We want to acknowledge them. I'm not saying we don't deny them. We want to acknowledge them and them go through us. You see, when we do this, when we say, I am experiencing anger, I am experiencing frustration, we are experiencing it. Okay. We are here. It's here. We are not it. It is not us. There's a big difference. Okay. The next time you feel frustration building up, jealousy, comparing yourself and feeling like the other person's better than you, whatever it may be, anger, you want to catch yourself, and that's an awareness. Okay. We want to catch ourselves. We want to be the awareness, and that's a victory, and say, I'm not angry. I'm not frustrated. I am experiencing this feeling of frustration. Okay. Going through it, just letting it go. Feel it, acknowledge it, but then let it go. Don't be detached from it. Okay. This is another way we can embody this self-love. We say, I am not, I am pureness, I am whole, I am love, I am not that. Okay, so we want to adopt the mindset of living by faith, not by sight. So, in other words, we want to embody the feeling of the self-love, of I am pure love, I am whole, I am complete, I am exactly the way God source designed me to be. I am living by faith that whatever it is I want to do, be, or have, I see that. I am not seeing, okay, external circumstances, because we already established the external circumstances are nothing more than shadows casting, just like the shadow behind you. When you're walking, the sun is out, okay, or you see my hand here, the shadow against my face when I'm scratching my brow. So you want to start to learn to live by this faith. What do you want to do? Well, who would you like to be? What would you like to have? See that. Don't see what's going on right now. Not to say you don't love people, you're not a part of society. You are, but you're not. You're observing it. You're not part of it. You're not drawn into gossip and whatever else. Okay, so you are source, God, expressing itself as you. This is who we are. We are God, and we are source. We are part of that spark that we emanated from. At our core, this is who we are. I spoke last night about it. We are here. Okay, this is who we are when we first emanate to this world. But we're obscured by all these feelings of fear and anxiety and comparing ourselves to others and our thoughts and our past experiences. We dwell on those things. We don't no longer. Okay. Yeah, we could talk about them, but we're not going to we're not going to be part of it. We're just going to experience it. It's a lot like if you're old enough now, and you understand somebody who was an alcohol or is or was or however they say it, an alcoholic, okay, and they can be in the environment, right, of a bar or of a restaurant, and nothing but alcohol all around them, bottles and bottles of alcohol, and not be affected by it. And you say, well, how? Wait a minute, you're an alcoholic. You have one drink, you'll have 1,000 or 100. You can't control yourself. But they have become to the point where they are observing it. They're not part of it anymore. They're detached from the emotional connection with it. You see what I'm saying? So this is how we want to get to live in our life, to be able to observe things going on in our life, but not be attached to these things in our life. Keeping a mindset, faith, a mindset of who we are, living by faith that yes, whatever it is I think about, I bring because everywhere around us, this is exactly we've done it. Not our reality, your reality, my friends, and nothing more than our unconscious and conscious thoughts repeated over and over and over and over and over and over again. If you want an example of this, just think of the last time you asked somebody, today was a Monday, you went to work, how's the weekend? Same old, same old. Right? And people say, same old, same old. What? Nothing. And the thing is, same old sometimes lasts 20, 30, 40 years, same old, same old. Right? Same shit, different day, people say. Right? This is an example of that. But we move on. We move on from this. We want to live with the great I am. I am is the eternal, the unchanging awareness that exists beyond time and space. I am source energy, God energy, universal energy, whatever you want to call it, is this. Okay. I am. The Bible says, before Abraham was, I am. It is eternal. That's what that means. Eternal. Okay. Beyond time and space, awareness about your thoughts, feelings, beliefs about your. Oh, let me get to this. So, beyond time and space, you want to develop this awareness about your thoughts, about your feelings, and about your beliefs about yourself. Let me say that again. You want to get to the point where you are aware of your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs about yourself in every moment as much as you can. Okay. When things happen, I want you to think about or focus on what is this in whatever is taking place in your life saying about my awareness, about my thoughts, my feelings, and my beliefs about yourself. Because these here are the building blocks of your reality. Your reality, you are reality. You, as you think, okay, as you feel, as you believe in this moment. This is your reality in every single moment. You are creating your reality. And I know it sounds somewhat paradoxical that you create the reality, but we create ourselves in every single moment, okay? For every thought we think about ourselves, for every emotion we feel towards ourselves, and for every belief we hold about our worth and value is shaping our experience in this very moment. I want to say that again. This is huge to get this tonight. Okay. Take this with you for the rest of your life. For every thought, identify this. Okay. Self identify. I. Close your eyes and say your name. Okay. Say this. You want to close your eyes and say this as I say it to yourself, but personalize it. For every thought, I, George McNamara, think about myself. For every emotion, I, George McNamara, feel towards myself. For every belief, I, George McNamara, hold about my worth and value is shaping my, George McNamara's experience this very, very moment. It doesn't get much more pure than that, my friends. When we stop and we start to create this awareness, when we do this, these are the building blocks for the rest of our life. Become aware of what we're aware of. In every moment, we have these decisions. Wayne Dyer said it so succinctly and so beautifully. In each moment, we have but this decision to make. We can either choose to be a host to God or source, or continue to be a hostage to our ego, because the beliefs, the emotions, the thoughts, what society says, a lot of it has to do with ego. You see it playing out all the time, everywhere. It's competition. It's getting faster than the person driving on the highway. It's beating the person in the competition in business or whatever it may be. We are pure. We are whole. We are perfect in the eyes of Source, in the eyes of God. And I want to illustrate this by here showing you guys this. Let's say our consciousness when we're born is this glass of water is pure, right? Is absolutely pure. There's nothing wrong. We're perfect. It's who we are at our source. Okay. But if I take a belief that I'm not good enough, I pour it in there. Okay. I have to be better than the other person. I'm worried about what other people think about me. Okay. That person, he or she makes me feel so frustrated. If they would only get change, I would feel better about myself. These are just some of the thoughts. Okay. I believe I'm not good enough. My family, we didn't come from that side of the tracks. Um, no one in my house has ever gone to college. Millionaires. We can't. We're not millionaires. We never were. So this pure person, this perfect person, this is the consciousness. After just a couple of those ideas, okay, this is what happens. It's still the same substance. It's still the same pure water, but it's clouded. Okay, it's clouded by these thoughts, right? It can't not be. But as we start to add more pure thoughts to that, it dissolves, that it starts to become clearer. We start to be able to see it. We feel better. This is why Christmas Eve, right? We felt so much better. We loved, why? Because we were anticipating what happiness and joy. We wake up on Christmas morning, even as adults, right? There's just something different about that. The day of vacation, we're leaving to go on vacation, right? Everything's changed. It's because we're focused on who we are, love, joy, happiness, all of that. This is what I'm talking about. So I am, as God or Source sees me, I am perfect. I am whole. I am complete. This, okay, perfect, whole, complete. This thinking begins with our inner dialogue, moment by moment. What do we say to ourselves in times of frustration? Okay, so moment by moment, how do we talk to ourselves? I am love. I am worthy. I am enough. Whenever we find ourselves in situations where we're feeling ourselves becoming frustrated, jealous, angry, whatever it may be, catch ourselves, okay, and say, I am love, quietly, just to ourselves. We can whisper it, we can just close our eyes. I am worthy. I am enough. It is not positive thinking or affirmations. Rather, it is a recognition of who we are, our true self. This, my friends, ladies and gentlemen, is how we tap into, we reconnect with self love, who we are at our core. We start to do this, we start to implement this. We say these words to us, to ourselves: I am love, I am worthy, I am enough. Going to sleep tonight, when you're laying in bed, when you sort of drift off, if you had a tough day at work or whatever it may be, when we're getting ready to go to sleep, we're getting into that drowsy state. When we get into that drowsy state is when our thoughts go straight to our subconscious, because it's almost like, because we're not conscious, right? Our consciousness is going to sleep. So any thoughts we have as we're drifting into this slumber, these thoughts, these words that we say to ourselves, go straight into our subconscious. Equally as important is to try to revise the day. So if you found moments where you're frustrated, someone said something to you you didn't like, something at work didn't go well, don't go the right way, relationship at home, whatever, revise it, switch it around so that it worked out in your favor. It worked out the way you wanted it to work out. The conversation went the way you wanted to go. Maybe the the transaction worked out in your favor, whatever it may be. Change it, because the subconscious, if we dwell on the opposite, the subconscious is going to say, okay, well, that's what you want. That's what we're going to give you. See what I'm saying? So this is how we adopt those feelings and the feelings of our true self, self-love. Be gentle with ourselves. Know that we live by faith and not by sight. It happened. It's in the past. We move on. We let go of it. We don't dwell on it. And this is how we can start to foster that type of awareness, that type of thinking that changes and we become healthier and wealthier from it. Okay. Thank you guys so much for watching these videos. If you would like a more of a one-on-one type of a conversation with me regarding anything in your life, feel free to go to my channel and hit the little link there to sign up. Let me know, and then I will certainly meet with you the day that you set up for our coaching session. If you are new to the channel, welcome to the community. If you like to share this video, if you've been a subscriber for a while, you know this, share the videos with others, because the more people see these types of videos, not just mine, but others on YouTube as well, the healthier, the stronger, and the more grounded the world becomes. Thank you again so much, and God bless.